In February 2013, guests at the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles began complaining about something disturbing. The water in their rooms was dark, oily, and had a metallic taste. When a maintenance worker climbed to the roof to inspect the giant water tanks, he discovered something that would haunt the world forever. Floating inside the tank was the body of 21-year-old Elisa Lam. But the mystery wasn't how she died. It was the elevator footage recorded just minutes before she vanished. Footage that shows Elisa talking to someone who isn't there, hiding from an invisible force and playing a game that could lead to another dimension. Today, we step inside the hotel that inspired American Horror Story to try and solve the mystery of Elisa Lam. Chapter 1. The Deadliest Hotel in Los Angeles. Focus. History of the Cecil Hotel and its dark energy. Located near Skid Row in Los Angeles, the Cecil Hotel is no ordinary hotel. It has been called the most haunted hotel in America. Built in 1924, it has been a center of death and violence from the very beginning. Even before the Elisa Lam case, the walls of this hotel had witnessed secrets so dark they could chill anyone's soul. The history of the Cecil Hotel includes more than 16 bizarre deaths, both suicides and murders. Two of the most notorious serial killers in U.S. history, Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, and Jack Unterweger, made this hotel their hideout. Richard Ramirez would even throw blood-soaked clothes into the hotel's trash, and no one ever questioned him. Many say the hotel itself carries an energy that drives people toward madness and death. Elisa Lam, an innocent student from Vancouver, Canada, chose this hotel during her solo trip along the West Coast. She shared every moment of her journey on Tumblr. She was alone but seemed happy. However, the moment she checked into the Cecil Hotel, things began to change. At first, she stayed in a shared room, but her roommates complained that Elisa's behavior was extremely strange. She left notes on their beds saying, "Keep out." Because of this, the hotel moved her to a private room. On January 31st, 2013, she was supposed to call her parents, but that day, her phone went silent. Elisa Lam had disappeared. Police searched the hotel, brought in dogs, and conducted thorough inspections, but they found nothing. It was as if the walls of the hotel had swallowed her whole. Then 2 weeks later, the police released a video that set the internet on fire. Chapter 2. The elevator footage. A glitch in reality. Focus. Deep analysis of the video and paranormal theories. This footage became one of the most watched CCTV videos in the world. It shows Elisa entering an old hotel elevator. She is wearing a red hoodie. She presses the elevator buttons, but the doors refuse to close. From here, her behavior becomes extremely unsettling. Elisa hides in the corner of the elevator, as if someone in the hallway is following her. She repeatedly peeks outside and moves her hands in strange ways, almost as if she is talking to an invisible being. The movements of her hands do not seem human. Her fingers bend at unnatural angles. The most terrifying detail is the elevator door itself. While Elisa is inside, the door remains open. The moment she steps out and disappears forever, the door closes on its own and the elevator begins functioning normally. Internet users began calling this the elevator game. According to an old urban legend, if a specific sequence of elevator buttons is pressed, the elevator can transport you to another dimension, a parallel world. Was Elisa playing this game, or was she running from an entity that only she could see? Experts analyzed the footage frame by frame and found strange anomalies. Several seconds of the video were missing, and it seemed as if the footage had been slowed down. Was someone on the hotel staff hiding something? Or was this video truly evidence of a death that belonged to a world beyond our own? Chapter 3. The Dark Water. Discovery in the Tank. Focus, the investigation, and the gruesome discovery. 19 days had passed since Elisa Lam disappeared. Guests at the Cecil Hotel began facing a strange problem. The water coming from their taps suddenly turned black. It had a foul odor, and its taste was metallic, like blood. A British couple later told the media that they had brushed their teeth and even drank that water, completely unaware of its source. On February 19, 2013, a hotel maintenance worker, Santiago Lopez, decided to inspect the 4 massive water tanks on the roof. When he opened the lid of one tank, he screamed. Floating inside was the body of Elisa Lam. She was completely naked, and her clothes were found at the bottom of the tank. But the questions only grew darker. The tanks were 8 feet high. Reaching them and lifting the heavy lid would have been impossible for a young woman alone. And if Elisa had committed suicide, how did she manage to close the lid after entering the tank? The police initially said the tank was closed, but later the worker claimed the lid was open. This contradiction fueled suspicions that a cover-up was underway. Even stranger, the door to the hotel's roof had an alarm. If anyone accessed the roof, the alarm would sound throughout the building. Yet that night, no alarm was triggered. Did Elisa somehow bypass it? Or was someone at the hotel involved? Someone who knew all of its secrets? Chapter 4. The Autopsy and the Invisible Connection. Focus medical reports and the TB test conspiracy. When Elisa's autopsy report was released, the world was shocked even further. Her body showed no signs of violence. She had not used drugs, nor had she been assaulted. Doctors declared the cause of death as accidental drowning. But there was one detail that sent conspiracy theorists into a frenzy. Elisa Lam had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Her medications, found in her bag, showed that she had not been taking them properly. Science suggests she may have experienced a psychotic episode, seeing things that weren't really there. But even science doesn't answer the critical questions. How did she reach the tank, and why didn't the alarm go off? Then began one of the strangest conspiracy theories in modern history, the LAM-ELISA test. At the time of Elisa's death, a tuberculosis, TB outbreak was occurring in the Skid Row area of Los Angeles, where the Cecil Hotel is located. Coincidentally, one of the tests used to detect TB was called the LAM-ELISA test. People began asking, was it just a coincidence? Or was Elisa Lam somehow involved in something far more sinister? Was she eliminated because she had discovered something she shouldn't have? At every turn, this case revealed new mysteries. Elisa's Tumblr account continued to post updates months after her disappearance. Her phone was never found. Her death became a labyrinth of secrets, a maze in which the world is still lost to this day. Here's a full English translation of Chapter 5 and the video outro, keeping the eerie, suspenseful tone intact. Chapter 5. The Eternal Shadow of Cecil. Focus, final explanations, the dark legacy, and human reality. Years have passed since the death of Elisa Lam, yet the water tank at the Cecil Hotel still stands as a chilling symbol on the internet. When we look at this entire case, 2 paths emerge, one of logic and one of the paranormal. Logic suggests that Elisa Lam was an intelligent young woman who fell victim to mental illness. In bipolar disorder, when someone stops taking their medication, the mind can become their worst enemy. According to doctors, Elisa was experiencing hallucinations. She felt as if someone was following her, which explains why she hid in the elevator and spoke to thin air. She may have run up to the roof, where the alarm was either malfunctioning or had been disabled, and fell into the tank. When she realized she was trapped, hypothermia set in, and her body began to shut down, causing her to remove her clothes, a scientifically documented phenomenon called paradoxical undressing. But does this logic really soothe the heart? Perhaps not. Because if we walk the other path, the paranormal path, an entire mountain of questions arises. People still ask, why did the elevator doors stay open? Why didn't the elevator function until Elisa left? Why did her Tumblr account continue posting even after her death? And the biggest question of all, who closed the tank lid? If worker Lopez initially reported the tank was closed, how could a young woman, alone, have managed to close such a heavy lid from the inside?
The Cecil Hotel has now changed its name to Stay on Main, but the stench of past sins does not fade from its walls. Since 2013, dozens of documentaries have been made about this hotel. Netflix has produced series, yet Elisa Lam's phone was never recovered. That phone, which might have held her final video or last message, has vanished forever. Even today, people in the US feel a chill when passing by the Cecil Hotel. Some claim to have seen a shadow on the roof. Others say that at certain hours of the night, the elevator mysteriously stops on the 14th floor by itself. Elisa Lam's story is no longer just an incident. It has become an internet legend. It reminds us that our technology, CCTV cameras, and science still cannot uncover every secret. Elisa Lam set out from Vancouver in search of a new life, but she vanished into the shadows of an old Los Angeles hotel. Her case teaches us that some places in this world exist where time stands still, and the line between reality and illusion disappears. Elisa's spirit may now be at peace, but the Cecil Hotel still stands waiting for its next victim. Elisa Lam was more than just a viral video. She was a daughter, a writer, and a dreamer. While the world debates over demons and government secrets, a family continues to mourn a life cut short. The mystery of the Cecil Hotel may never be fully solved, but the story of the girl in the water tank will forever be a chilling reminder of the unknown. If you've watched until the end, let us know your theory in the comments. Do you believe the science, or do you think there's something darker lurking in the halls of the Cecil? Don't forget to subscribe to Alvor Prime for more deep dives into the shadows of history. Good night and stay safe.